First, we'll introduce our women's basketball coach, Brett Vanna. Coach Vanna is entering his first season as a head coach for Northwestern, and he came to Northwestern after spending the previous 2 seasons at Weber State in Ogden, Utah, as an assistant coach for the Wildcats women's basketball team. During his time at WSU, he developed multiple players who are currently playing professionally overseas. Prior to WSU, Vanna was the head women's basketball coach at Lewisburg College, located in Lewisburg, North Carolina. During his time at Lewisburg, he guided the Hurricanes throughout the 2012-13 season to a 32-3 overall record and captured the National Junior College Athletic Association's Division II National Championship. Brett was also the runner-up for the WBCA National Coach of the Year award twice during the 2011-12 and 2012-13 seasons. During the 2011-12 season, Vanna led his squad all the way to the NJCAA National Semifinals, and he was named the Region 10 Coach of the Year, as well as the NJCAA District J Coach of the Year. Prior to Lewisburg College, Vanna served as a trainer and talent evaluator at Champions Academy in Indianapolis, Indiana. He has spent the majority of his coaching career overseas, working with professional leagues in locations such as Switzerland, Germany, and Denmark. Before leaving the United States in '99, Vanna also spent a season at Western Kentucky University as a graduate assistant. He was also an assistant at the high school level prior to that for 1 season, where he won a North Carolina state championship with Providence Day High School, located in Charlotte, North Carolina. He also attended Lake Erie College in Painesville, Ohio, where he was a 4-year starter for the Storm. In April of 2000, Vanna was inducted into the Lake Erie College Hall of Fame, and he graduated from Lake Erie with a Bachelor's of Science degree in chemistry. Please join me in welcoming head coach Brett Vanna.
Well, before I start, I need to take care of a few things that I probably didn't get a chance to when I first got here. There's a lot of people out here in the room, especially I'd like to personally thank for this wonderful opportunity and blessing to be here. Dr. Cunningham, Dr. Pakey, Dr. Chandler Mead is out there, Brad Franz, Jeremy Jones, the rest of their staff, Kaylin Hansen, Becca Cook, Kaylin Mossberg, and most importantly, I don't want to forget what I call the very 3 important people, because they make my life a lot easier, and that's Wendy McManus, Ryan Kaiser, and Andy Carter. Before I talk a little bit about our team, I'd like to, say like a little bit of the process. Andy Carter and I, when we had our first conversation on the phone, we both had a kind of like vision. I liked that he was a straight shooter. I liked that he was no nonsense. I like that, he just wants to get it done. He just wants to provide a winner. And after being here in Alva, now I can see why. I mean, the support that we get from the community, the people that are just around the program or around all of the athletics is just tremendous. And, that's what's a blessing about being in a small town. Because small towns, there's not a lot to do. I mean, let's be honest, there's just not a lot to do at times. So what do? You kind of gravitate to your local teams, your support systems, and when you do that, you're asking a lot of them in that support. Well, guess what? There's a little bit of accountability on us. They want a win or two. They want to support a champion. They want to believe in something, because you know what? That's what the American dream is about, believing, okay? Supporting things. Well, now that I've talked a little bit about that, I want to talk to you about the team. The team's in a transition right now. There's no doubt about it. It's what I call a rumble, or basically we're smashing things down the rubble. We've basically destroyed a building, and now we're building it back up. And I've only been here about 5-6 weeks now. We're behind in the game. But one thing I like is I like our effort. I think our girls are playing hard. I think they're, really understanding what it is about accountability, how to play as a team. Now with everything, if it all clicks, if everybody gets injury-free, we get all our key pieces back, we can surprise some things or make some things happen. One of the things is I've got 3 young ladies here that you'll have a chance to talk to or get to ask questions to later. Right here, Jalen Robinson, Casey Hansen and Renee Contreras, and all three kind of offer a different facet to our team and our game. We have no superstars. We don't have one player that's going to score 40 points a night. What we have to have is a great team effort. And when we have a great team effort, hopefully we can wear a lot of teams down this year to have a lot of success. In closing, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out here and supporting, and I appreciate that all the support that you have in the years. And any of you are welcome to come to any of our practices, any of our games. We have open gyms, so you're more than welcome to come in. I had a legend in my office today. That's why I was kind of a little late getting over here, Coach Barton. He was talking X's and O's, and we just couldn't shut up. And unfortunately, with a wealth of wisdom like that, I want to learn as much as possible about Alva, about Oklahoma. That means you too, Dusty. I know you're out there, okay, over there at Alva. And I know I don't want you to keep sending your players to Oklahoma State to my buddy Jimmy. So I want to get some of those kids here. So you need to come to my office. We sit down, talk some X's and O's, come out, watch a practice. I hear you're a heck of a golfer, so maybe you can teach me something about golf while we're at it, okay? Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. Glad you're here. Now I'd like to introduce Coach Brad Franz. Coach Franz was selected to lead the Ranger men's basketball team and is currently in his first year at the helm as well. Franz last coached in 1996 at Otero Junior College in Colorado before moving into administrative roles there and here at Northwestern. But he remained a visible part of the basketball scene as a nationally respected talent scout, providing coaches with reports on the nation's top junior colleges and high school players. Franz was head coach and athletic director at Otero from 1991 to 96, compiling an 88 and 56 record while leading the school to its first ever conference title and a pair of second place finishes. His teams played in the postseason all 5 years, including 2 Final Four appearances in the NJCAA Region 9 tournament. The last 3 seasons of Franz's tenure at Otero were particularly stellar. His 93-94 team compiled a 22-7 record, the school's best ever, and was ranked in the top 25. The team also was ranked number 5 nationally in team defense. His 94-95 team was 21-9, and 7 of his sophomores signed early with NCAA Division I schools. During that 3-year period, all 25 of his sophomores graduated from Otero and moved on to 4-year schools, including 15 that played at the Division I level. Following the 95 season, Franz left coaching and moved into student services and athletics administration. Prior to becoming the head coach at Otero, Franz was an assistant coach at Northwestern, University of California Davis, University of Tulsa, and Sheridan Junior College in Wyoming. Franz was an assistant coach at Northwestern during the 90-91 season and a graduate assistant coach from 1996 to 98. Franz earned his bachelor's and master's degree from Northwestern. Please join me in welcoming head coach Brad Franz.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's good to see everybody out here. I too want to thank just a few people and for everyone for being here today. It's an exciting day, and this is a wonderful event. This university supports all of its athletics, and I know our fall teams have done a great job, and we had a great homecoming weekend this weekend, and things are going very well. Our faculty and staff and administration have been wonderful to work with, as I knew. I've been in this my third, I call it my third tour at Northwestern, and actually fourth. And it gets better each time, and I'm very fortunate. I'm thanking a few people that really make a difference on a daily basis is Dr. Cunningham, who gets everything started and supports athletics all the way around. It doesn't matter sport or student activity, she's always there. Dr. Loman, the Executive Vice President, Dr. Bakey, the Vice President of Administration, Mr. Mossberg, VP of Student Services. So we got things, and then it trickles down to the people that just make big things go. Dr. Mead, Dr. Hannaford, and Dr. Bell on the academic side make so many things happen for us, be it schedules, and be it changes, and be it things that make a difference for our students to be successful here as students and athletes, and I really appreciate all of those people. I'd like to introduce my staff before I introduce my players. They work very, very, very hard. They spend a lot of hours either on the road or in the office. We've got Jeremy Jones, who's our lead assistant. Jeremy, where you have to stand up. You can see Jeremy Jones, who's our lead assistant. We have 3 graduate assistants in Brandon Willis, Bruce Wright, his double deuce, and Jordan Franz. All 3 of those guys are active all around the world this past weekend. Drove many hours, stayed up a lot of hours, watched a lot of games. And then Shane Hansen is volunteering to help us with the wealth of knowledge that Shane brings. Whenever he can be there, I know he's an extremely busy person, but he can't lose a wealth of knowledge like he has, and can come by. And anytime he comes in and can be in practice, he does, and I'm very fortunate. Coach Vanna mentioned something like Keelan Hansen. We're putting on the basketball bash, which is going to be a unique thing on October 28th, where we'll have games and activities, and people can come out, the little kids throughout Elvin and surrounding areas, we can come out and meet our Rangers and then get our own students and our community excited about basketball. I have 3 players with me here today. 1 could not be, 4 captains. I have Joe. Joe Gray from San Antonio. Joe plays a vital role. You can see I call him Joe a lot. Joe shakes your hand. Joe's a senior from San Antonio, doing a great job. I have Akeem Henderson here from Houston, Texas, as a senior, and Andrea Motley from Humble, Texas, as a junior. All 3 of these guys, along with Thierry's Taylor, who could not be here, are either 4-year players for us, and Thierry's 5th year, and Adrian is in his 4th year. He's a redshirt junior. But they provide the inner leadership that any team needs, and I rely on them very heavily. I'll bring them in at a lot of times. Our coaching staff will. I'll consult with them individually because they have a good pulse of the team. They're extremely hard workers. They're taking care of their business in the classroom. I'm very honored to have them. I'm sure if there's a question for them, they would be glad to answer. Some other upperclassmen that we have: Kevin Harkins from Omaha, Zach Dumas from Humus, Brandon Green from Houston, Brendan Green from Houston, Daniel Denrin from San Antonio, Casey Green from Tahlequah. We have some underclassmen that have come in, and we're expecting some positive things out of them as they follow the leadership of the upperclassmen. Austin Bruce is 6'9" out of Riverside, California. Anthony Bolton, 6'5" out of Humble, Texas. I think Adrian can help us get us Anthony. Kwame Edmonds, 6'5" out of Houston. DeAndre Martin, 6'4" out of Columbus, Ohio. Ashton Bailey, 6'3" out of Chicago. And Jamal Afan, 6'5" out of Mountain Pine, Arkansas. Those guys have done a good job. I have 2 guys that I recognize little names that are making very big strides, and I'm very pleased with their efforts. And they're very good basketball players for us. And that is Trevor Johnson from Alva. Has played very well in the fall. The guys really like him. He's done a very good job. And very under-recruited player, Hunter Frisbee from Okarche. Hurt his knee a little bit in the summer. He's rehabbing that, and he's due back on Thursday. But we've got a group of about 16 guys, and we've got 3 or 4 or 5 guys that are redshirting that come to practice every day. And we had 7 weeks where we could work out. I got to know the team and developed a good relationship with the working upperclassmen. I can honestly say from the day I got here, they have asked me questions and said, what can we do to get better? What can we do to make Ranger basketball what we want it to be? And then they bought into everything that I could ask. And they're a solid group, and that's what you need. You're only going to be as good as your upperclassmen. And they've got to come to practice every day. They've got to lead. They've got to quell if somebody's got a wine in the dorm. But they've also got to bring to me, say, hey, Coach, we need this. We need this guidance. And I'm a listener. I'm a guy that I'm going to pick this person for advice, pick this person for advice, and not have anything to say, but just say, what do you think about this? Because I like to get people's opinions and understand what is out there, because that's what you learn. And my father said, the day you quit learning is the day you start going backwards. And in the game of basketball, that's what changes drastically as we try to make sure our students all graduate. The landscape changes on a daily basis, and that's what we need. The people administratively, like we have, that are helpful, a faculty that bends over backwards for our student athletes, and a staff that goes completely out of its way to make a difference. We've got a very tough schedule, but so does everybody. There's 22 conference games, and none of them are easy. We start on the 17th, 19th, and 21st. Got Harding and Arkansas Tech, the two winners of the conference in the regular season championship right off the bat. Well, we've talked about, hey, we want to protect the house. We've changed a couple of signs as we walk out every time. We've got to protect the house. We've got to somehow battle and learn how to win and take care of business at home. And it starts with that. We got USAO as an opener on the 5th as an exhibition game, but they're going to come at us. We've had tough games with them the last couple of years. Other non-conference games would be UCO and Northeastern down in the GAC and the MIAA challenge. We're very, very, very good teams. We got Emporia State on the roster and then Cameron to finish out the semester. So there's no off nights, as I really tried to express to the team that there's no giving. There's not a game in there that says, oh, we're just going to win that. And that happens in most leagues. There's somebody there. We're not going to just win that. And I like the fact that our guys have taken that type of leadership and said, you know what, we've got to come to practice every day because we're going to have to come play every day. Speak of basketball, their style of play. I believe in defense. I mean, the guys can tell you that right now. They're sick of guarding cones. They're sick of guarding. They want to guard people, and we need to guard people. There's such a short time, a short window in Division II to actually be ready to play. I mean, we can start practice tomorrow. We've had 2 hours a day with the ball for the last 6-7 weeks. But we get 20 days to basically get ourselves ready. We got USAO, and another 5 days. We got the GAC challenge, and then 6 days later you've got Harding and Tech right here in your own house, and you've got to be ready to play. The old days where you could take 5 or 6 games and say, hey, I'm ready to play. Now I think we're ready to play somebody. No, you need to be ready to play somebody right out of the bat. Does it mean you have to be February ready? No. But I think our schedule exudes that good things have to happen. We want to be involved in the community. We're trying to figure out some different things that we're going to do with the community, but we value what this community does. Coach mentioned how supportive it is. I know this town. I know how they value each sport and each athletic venue. And our students here are valued, and our basketball team is going to be a good representative, I think, of all that. And we appreciate that fan support that comes out. So, I feel very fortunate to lead these young men. There goes into so much more than just basketball. It's helping them grow as young people so they can step out in the world as leaders, which we know is going to be a very, very tough world. But athletics can help them grow in that, and I think it's a wonderful thing. And I love being a part of that to help them be a mission. It's a team. In all my years at Northwestern, there was always a team. Didn't matter whatever it was, and everybody was bonded together. And that's the thing that we've got coming here. So I'm excited. We hope to see you at the Bash on October 28th. There'll be some stuff coming out. Again, Kaylee's done a wonderful job, and our men and women will get a chance to be able to be seen. And then against USAO on the 5th, and I think southwestern Kansas is coming in, so it'll be a doubleheader for the men and women. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for coming out today. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, that's really the program. We want to have these folks sit up here for a little bit. If you want to talk to them or come up and ask them questions, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and ride ready to thrive.
Okay, we're here with Jalen, Casey, and Renee. Jalen, what are your expectations for this upcoming season?
My expectations for this season with the team is to work hard. We've been working hard since we got a new coach, and I feel like this season all we have to do is just be together as a team, come together as one, and I feel like we'll go very far.
Now, Casey, being a returner, what advantages does that have going into practice?
I think as a returner you have a lot of advantages. You know the conference, you know what to expect, and you also know kind of how things work, how practices run, and how demanding it is. So you're kind of mentally and physically prepared more than others.
And Renee, how have practices been going so far?
So far, practice has been really intense, and we've been working really hard, getting better every day.
Thank you. Here with men's basketball. Joe, talk about a little bit about the expectations coming in for the upcoming season.
We expect to do great things this year. We expect to practice hard, play hard, and hopefully get that top of the conference.
Now, being an upcoming returner, what advantages does that have for you for the upcoming season?
Well, I mean, I got much experience, you know what I'm saying? So when we get on the court, we know what to do. We know what people expect from us, so we just got to go hard.
And how have practices been so far?
Practice has been a grind. We've been working hard every day, and we just excited to play.
Thank you.